Hello, this is Vilmaxenta. Today I will show you how to download and install the plugin SleepMost. First off, you need to download the plugin from the Spigot page and add it to your plugin folder. This might depend on if you are using a host or a local server. Start the server and let it generate the SleepMost folder. It might look different for you than it is for me right here, because this is a local server and not a hosted server. All edits is recommended to do directly in-game by commands and not in or by the config. This is because you can get errors, you can do any mistakes, and it's hard to figure out how to do it. You can also customize all messages by editing directly inside messages.yml. You are now done with the installing, and to be able to use SleepMost, you need to go to part 2, which is setting up the plugin. You can check that SleepMost has been installed correctly by typing /sm. First thing you need to do is enable the plugin. Stand in the world you wanted activated and do /sm enable. And by default, you have no flags enabled, which causes you to skip the night directly. If you want any customizations, for example how many players there are required, you should check all the flags. /sm info will give you a list of all available flags. You don't have to have everything, depending on your needs to the server. For example, if you want night cycle animation, you can do /sm set flag night cycle animation true. And the clock animation is enabled by default, but you can turn this off if you don't like it. You can also customize if everyone will have the clock or if just the people sleeping. You can also enable boss bar, which is on top of the screen. You can also customize what it says there in the messages.yml. If you want to customize how many players there are required, you have two options: percentage or player count. Percentage is a percentage required, so if you have 100%, which is 1.0, it means that all players have to sleep. If you want to have calculation method players instead, you can do /sm set flag calculation method players, and the values are from 1 and up. So if you want to have a requirement of at least 2 players, you need to do /sm set flag players required 2. There might be some exclusions here. For example, if you are admin, if you are OP, if you are FK or in a different world, you might be excluded from the percentage. So if you find any mistakes, you need to go over and check if you have any permissions that you should not have, or if there are some settings that are wrong. There is also a new feature for SleepMost where you can kick someone out of the bed to prevent sleeping. This only works if you have a skip delay enabled. You will see a button to the right of the message. There is also a new feature called insomnia, which means that if insomnia is enabled that night, you can't sleep. And here you can set the chance of insomnia appearing. And there are so many other features that are in SleepMost. It's incredible how many things you can do with this plugin. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below or join our support server.